Hey guys, this is Davis again from Davis Comic Finds coming at you today with a quick haul video. It's been a while since I've done a video. Actually, it's been probably since the end of the year, maybe first of the year. So it's been a long time since I've done a haul video, and I've just been letting some stuff stack up. Nothing huge to show off today, but just a few pickups that I've made over the last little bit. Thought I'd show my list for 2025. I always do one of these, and this year's no different. So start at the top, Spider-Man Kraven the Hunter original cover art. I've always liked to have a Kraven cover. I've got my eyes on one. We'll see if it comes to fruition. You got a Batman 234, 7 or higher. That's a carryover from last year. Albedo number 4. Probably never get a number 3, but 9.0 or higher. Brawl or graded. Swamp Thing 1 and 8.5 or higher. Batman and Vengeance of Bane special number 1. I like that, and a 9.8 in the first print. Some Usagi that I like to have. That'd give me the first, I think, 75 issues of the Dark Horse run. So that'd be volume 3, I believe. Some Batman books for the run. I'd kind of like to have the Earth X, Paradise X, and Universe X series. So those are the issues that I'm missing of those. So we'll see what we can do on that. It's not too bad of a list this time around. The books that I've got here, some of them were on that list, some of them were not. So I guess we'll start out with just an online pickup. These are some books that I got recently from Midtown. Just some cool books, I thought. Some variants. You got Ultimate Spider-Man. This is issue 14, the Kraven variant. This is a cool ASM 69, 963, the Invisible variant. See Roars 8 cover swap. Just a variant of Stan Sakai's The Thousand Plums Usagi. Thought that was cool. I went a little heavy on these, but how often do they release Detective 31, like the greatest early detective cover? So I went with the shiny one. I grabbed also the blank, and I also grabbed the regular. I mean, that's probably my favorite early detective cover, and that's such an expensive book to get the original. And while I was at it, I grabbed these two. So they had the blank Batman Adventures 12. That's a cool book. And then you got a little shiny on the Batman Adventures 12. Just got those two of that book. Also, these came from Midtown recently. Superman vs. Lobo, the Black Label, the magazine size, as well as the variant for Batman the First Night. This is actually a really interesting little series. I did read this one, but this is the second printing of book 1. Just thought it was a cool cover. This was Christmas time, or around Christmas time. It was, is it the Comic Mint? I can't remember which website it was, but they had like the $20 off a comic. So I grabbed the Spider-Gwen Gwenverse cover. This is issue 5. So essentially it was the shipping cost on that one. So that's why I snagged that one. Then I got a stack of books. And this is from Elite Comics Elite. I guess that one's the comic mix. This is Comics Elite or Elite Comics. I had to sell like 75% off, and I went a little overboard. I picked up a Usagi TMNT variant. And then another one. And then a nice Peterson TMNT Macro Series Leonardo. Thought that was cool. DC versus Vampires 1 variant. This is a Mirrors, maybe. This is Fallen Angels 1. Perillo, X-Men 4. Got a friend who I thought might like that one, so I grabbed it. Marauders 1. This is an X-Men of some sort. I'll be honest, I don't know what issue that is. Another Perillo. This is Conan number 1. Thought this one was awesome. A Sue Yan cover. Thor issue 27. Venom and Thor. Marvel Voices 1. And then we get into some Spider-Man. Here's a Spider-Man 1 variant. Amazing Spider-Man 27, issue 921. And a Spider-Gwen variant, and then a 35/929 Spider-Gwen variant. Gwenverse, thought that was a cool cover. Spider-Gwen Gwenverse, and then a couple others. These are just the blanks. Or not the blanks, the Virgin variant. And then another. So, thought those were cool. Did not pay much for those. Actually, the big book that I got in that lot was this right here. So, this is a 300 issue 1. And it's signed by Frank Miller. It's got a COA back here. Thought that was cool. So, and that was 75% off as well, so I was happy to grab that. Couple Christmas gifts. We'll show these. I got these as part of my Christmas. I think I'm gonna try to snag this series up as I can. So Punisher magazine number 1. I've got several issues of it. I didn't have these two. Punisher magazine issue 2. And then this was a cool one. Did not have this one. This is a Marvel Preview number 2. It's another cool Punisher book to add to the collection. It's pretty nice shape, actually. It's a fine, probably. If I had to put a number on it, I'm happy with it. Let's see, what else? We'll show this book. Nice Bronze Age book. I've got a Marvel Spotlight 5, and I saw this for what I thought was a good price. So I got an 8.0 copy of Marvel Spotlight number 6. So this would be the second appearance of Ghost Rider. Thought that would be a good addition to the collection to go with the issue 5. So in an 8.0, that's a nice, respectable grade of that book, I thought. So I snagged that. Let's see here. We'll show off this. This is actually a page from Lost Hunt, which I've got several pages from it. This is actually a inked page. So this is not the original pencils. The original pencils were done separate. This is inks, though, over printed blue lines, I believe. This is Peoples, I think is how you pronounce it. This is issue 2, page 19. Just really like, let's see if I can show it better right here. Just really like that page because you've got Peter, you got Gregor, I guess is who that would be, and then you got Craven, Sergey, there at the end. Just really like that. I get a chance for a Craven page for a good price. I always try to snag it. Let's see here. Those are on the list. This is a online pickup. Snag this for a song, if you will. This one was mislisted from what I could tell. They listed this at about what the standard cover goes for. So I got this for like $140, I think. And I jumped on it. I mean, the minute I saw it go up and the price that it was at, I jumped on it. But first, let's show you the books that they included with it. So they just threw these in for free. along with this book. So this is Amazing Spider-Man variant, not for 907 issue 13. So there's you an Amazing Spider-Man variant I did not have. And they also threw in a first print of Silk #1, which I didn't have a copy of that. So you can probably guess what this book is. You got the Ramos variant of Amazing Spider-Man #4, first Silk, and a 9.8. Got that for about half, a little less than half what it normally goes for on eBay. So there are deals out there. You just got to keep your eyes open. But man, I was shocked to see that at that price. I mean, I've had a save search for a long time, but yeah, I figured it would go down in price when all the stuff with the show kind of cooled down, but wasn't expected to get it for half a market. So jumped on that one. Next up, I'll show you some local stuff. A few local books I picked up, and then some stuff off the list. So here's the local stuff. Some dollar books that I've picked up recently. Captain America, Nick Fury, Blood Truce. Just thought that was a interesting looking book. I'll probably read that one. This is a book I'm going to be looking out for. I think it's a 6-issue series. I found issue 3, Uncharted, based off the game. So I'm going to keep my eyes out for those. Those can be pretty pricey. Thought this was a cool Iron Man for $1. Tony Stark Iron Man, 601. So it's issue 1, 6, and then 601. Daredevil #1 versus Vapora. Little kid going for gasoline. This I got for $1, and it's probably a $20, $30 book. Irredeemable #1. I do have like a limited to 500 copy of this somewhere. That's signed, I think, by Wade. And then there's this one. This was probably the better books that I've got locally. This is issue 89, Doom Patrol. That was a cover buy, and it turns out it was a good deal, but it's probably a VG copy, but thought that was a cool book to pick up locally. And then one from the list that I picked up for $1 locally, Universe X #12. So I'll mark that one off the list. I don't know if I've got a pen in the drawer here. I don't see one. Give me one moment. All right. So we can move Universe X #12 off the list. So, those I'm going to see if I can find locally. I mean, I can probably find them in dollar bins. Then I got some Batman books. These actually weren't on the list. These were just some books I got for Christmas as well, that I was looking for. So I got a Batman 276, 277, 278. I always like this cover. 286. And also another cover that I always liked was 292. So those would go towards my Batman run in the 200s. Those aren't actually on my list for this year. I'm looking for complete my later run of Batman. But as I find them, I'll probably snag them. Next up, were on the list, I believe, just to fill in some gaps. Some Dark Horse Usagi. So we got 43, 49, 52, 54, 57, and 60. So that should get me 43, 49, 52, 54, 57, and 60. So that should get me through issue 61 of the series. So I'll mark those out. So I just need 62, 3, 4, 5, 6, 62, 3, 4, 5, 67, 68, 71, 72, 73, 74. So that's just 10 more issues of Usagi. And then I'll have the first 75 of the Dark Horse run. So that's cool. You'll notice something about these too. I got a lot of books. I didn't really pay much for this. 20, 30 bucks, I think, for all 4 books. And they're all in really nice condition. This is Command Review, Volume 1, Thoughts and Images. It collects Irma, Felina, EDF, Albedo, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got some anthropomorphic stuff. This is Thoughts and Images, Albedo number 5. And then the lot also came with issue 10. But the issue that I was interested in is number 3 on my list, and I would call this a 9.8 or a 9.0 all day. It's sharp corners, no spine dents that I can find. That's Albedo number 4. Nice Usagi cover. That's the, I think it's Albedo 2 is the first Usagi. 3 is the second Usagi, which I've got a copy of it graded. And then this is the second Usagi cover. So it'll be his 3rd appearance, I believe. So happy to add that to the collection. So that was actually number 3 on my list. So that's at least one of the books off the top part of my list. And again, there's the list. You know, this is going to be the expensive one. That's fairly expensive. That's fairly expensive. That's fairly expensive. But the rest of this stuff is not. And these Usagi books are $5 to $10. The Batman books I think I can find in dollar bins, and as well as the Earth X and the Paradise X and the Universe X. But the Earth X, Paradise, and Universe is really cool. Alex Ross covers. So looking forward to snagging those. But that's what I've picked up over the last few months. Several books I went over. Nothing, just like saying, no ASM ones this time, but managed to snag several cool books, I feel like. And let me know what you think about them, about my list. And yeah, look forward to seeing any comments. And as always, have a great rest of the day.